to the National Football League on EA Sport. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Goff going to look to throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line. Throwing now is Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Stroud. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Texans at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stroud looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Mixing up the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Complete. Smith has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Nixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Stroud. And he fires one, but incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
That nigga fast as hell, man.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Wait, hold on. You talking about the master of disguise, nigga?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively,
man,
and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Got his man, Dell, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Who did that? Who did that, sir? Oh, yeah, he trying to. All you had to do is say, win. That's all you had to do. Win. Zach, shut the fuck up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
That nigga's trash, bro. Weak-ass man, bro. Bullshit harder sometimes, bro. Just because he flipped the play, like, why wouldn't the nigga go with him? That shit, bro.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Finds Gibbs on a check down. That one a first down pickup of 8.
You saying he probably was on YouTube, bro. It's still weak. Whatever he's getting from YouTube, it ain't working.
Goff. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
I don't give a fuck about sliding, stupid. I'm not worried about that shit, bro.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. He's got it in. That's caught. Left sideline. 33 yards that time.
They scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stroud out of the gun here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the end zone, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. On his horse. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Mixon with a first down carry.
He got a lucky-ass kickoff.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch the reverse, y'all.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Stroud looking to change the play. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
All right.
go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, looks like they'll move things around here. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, uno more. Under.
Stroud to throw it. And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. Play action. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, that's
and the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Goff. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Goff. Flushed out right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Got his man, it's Williams. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. There's Laporta, he's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Man in motion left. That's Collins. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Fucking leave the nigga wide open. Shit crazy.
Not to the right, not to the right. Not to the right.
Final play of the half, Stroud. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Yeah, but that ain't going far, man. J.J. McCartney. And John Lynch ain't never played. The
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Win.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Stroud.
Oh, that's quick. Switch. Oh,
that is incomplete,
bro. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Now, he didn't throw a high to my DB. They just didn't let my DB.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first round.
I definitely tried to say everything.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Nah, this TJ league. Teddy league, I got the Cowboys.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Goff going to shift them around. Going back to Gibbs on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things up. Another run for Gibbs here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. To throw is Goff. Right side to Williams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Oh, shit.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, still, you see how I did that little play right there? Still, had to switch it up on that nigga.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And
tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, double.
Now Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Wow.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I said, I don't know who you got to holler at, but don't holler at Dave.
Man in motion left. That's Collins. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
And you got to put
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over.
Yeah,
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Houston, it's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Gibbs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Texans 16. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Stroud looking to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Oh, boy. Hey, south.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Another one caught by Collins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Pick.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's got a man complete. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build onto their lead. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Still going. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back.
So ass, bro. Oh, you going to concede now? Now you going to concede? Ain't you going to lead the party? Weak ass nigga. Nigga fucking suck. He weak, bro. You conceded. Wait, what the fuck? How did... What? Bruh, how he didn't get his shit, bruh? Hold on, bruh. All he need is... No, that ain't for him. That's so cool as shit. That's crazy, bruh. Whatever. Damn, in 9 games, my nigga Golf got 40 TDs. Oh, you sold the bag? You sound like you nervous, nigga. You sound. Why you trying to chill, nigga? You scared?
He let